and welcome to Paulinian's universe, and we have something interesting for you guys today.
In this episode, we will be interviewing foreigners like Japanese, Koreans, Vietnamese, and Chinese people whose first language isn't English and have decided to stay here in the Philippines.
And we will be finding out how they communicate with other Filipinos despite their language barrier and other things which they have liked and learned about the Philippines.
That's something I'm sure a lot of us are curious about. So, what are we waiting for?
Let's go!
I come to Philippines because my dad want me improve my English skills. Then I'm planning go to another country study later. But yeah, then I come to Philippines 2 years.
Because my parents wants to live here and for me to education here, and then I've been here for almost 4.5 years.
Our first aim is to learn English, to study English, and then we have to learn about how the Filipino, how do they live, and about their culture also. And in Myanmar, we do not have a religious school like here.
The reason why I came here in Philippines because my dream is to become an English teacher, and I believe that studying in Philippines can improve my English skill, and I have been here for more than 1 year.
I've been here around 2 years. I came to here because I want to study English. Because I plan to study master on another country.
Yeah, it's the first time I go to here. It's very hard, but my other friend is very friendly. I can when I need to have something, they always help me, and every day, and I can talk with them easy.
At first year that I came here around the time 2 months, first 2 months in Quezon City, I found it difficult because in class the students speak Tagalog and English together. When the teacher give assignment or just information, but in Tagalog, I miscommunicate with others. Sometimes I did not attend some activities or even exam. I miss it because I don't understand. But I try to listen more and even short words that I learn how to speak. But at first I just focus on English only.
Yes, but I just try to improve my English and use the body language and I don't know.
Yung first 3 months, iyak na iyak ako dahil hindi ko inaintindihan yung mga salita nila. Then nagsasanay lang ako na magpapa-communicate with classmates. And
Yes, it was so hard at first because I was not good in English at that time yet. But then at this moment, I believe that I'm good in communicating with my friends already, and also I did adjust to learn how to speak in Tagalog, and it was fun.
It wasn't really that hard because I have been staying here since I was a kid, and so I have learned a lot of languages.
How did you try to communicate to others? They can understand you, like in English?
Well, in our neighborhood, there were full of Filipinos, so I had to learn, listen, and somehow communicate to them by Filipino.
have shared with them, like how we eat, how we go to mass, how is the different about like in here. When we saw the sister, we were blessed, right? But in our country, we don't do that. We just say have in a respectful way.
Yes, I have shared with my friends about what we eat in Vietnam, what we wear. Like we eat Phuc, that's our cultural food, and also we wear áo dài, that's also our cultural costume.
Most of the time, I like to cook. I always cook in the convent, and food is, for me, is expression also about our life. In many details, when I want to present something or want to share them about something nice in my country, and sometimes in celebration, Christmas, or any events that I can entertain them by my dancing or singing Thai songs, and just speak Thai in some way that we can share in community.
So I teach the Filipino to cook Chinese food. That's what I only shared. So and others it's like Chinese marriage culture and some other historical culture I shared. Like some of the people usually ask me, nowadays is the women still need to fall the feet. So before the Chinese culture was the woman should fall to have a small feet. But nowadays we don't have. So that's the culture I shared, and also the food. Like Chinese New Year, we eat dumplings. So I taught some of the friends to make dumplings and noodles.
Yes, we share about our culture because we have a different culture and also the language. And in Myanmar, we have many different dialects, more than 100. So we have many, and also two of us, we are different tribe and we have different dialect. So sometimes we share about our culture, our language, like that to other sisters.
I learned maybe Tagalog slangs. Can I give you examples like ay nako or like Diyos ko, something like that? Yeah, just a slang expression, something like that.
How many? Because I always say expression like nako, hi nako, or talaga, or what. But I like it because make them laugh and we talk in same way. Parang wala, I just short only. But most of the time, luckily they speak English with the Tagalog English, and I combine it in my my mind and I understand what did they say, but not complete. But I know what.
Filipino teach me how to speak Filipino, like maganda, something like that.
Okay, what have you learned from a Filipino that you have adopted? Like their habits or their perspective, like their way of thinking, like it influenced you too? Are there some things?
Yeah, they are a really happy person, and no matter what happened, they are still happy with their life.
I have learned from my friends, Filipino friends. They are so creative and active in everything they do. And I think I've learned that I should be more approachable to people, have fun also, and say hi to everyone whenever we meet, because that was the great thing that I observed from Filipino friends.
We Koreans are somehow a bit rude in talking. So in Filipinos or Filipino peoples are very kind when speaking. They know how to respect people. So I think I somehow learned that from them.
In the work, I learned about good morning, magandang umaga, and good noon, magandang hapon, and good evening, magandang hapon also, I think.
Good evening is
Magandang agape.
Filipino always eat meat. Like in China, we are always eat vegetables, and Chinese is more like eating noodles. But here is rice.
Well, it's not a culture shock, but I found it fascinating. Well, it's called boodle fight, where you eat with your hands together in one place, one plate. So that's really interesting.
I remembered at the first day I arrived here, it's about how to call that Mona? Mano. About Mano. At the airport, I saw some people when they greet each other, they do like that, they bless, and the rule is the older people, they will bless the younger. And then I observed that, but then I was so a little bit confused. But when I arrived from the airport to the school, when I got out from the car, I met an older woman. She greeted me, and then I was immediately put my hand on her forehead and then I bless her. Oh my gosh, I was so and then after that, when I talked to her and I know that it was wrong, she's supposed to put her hand on my forehead, not mine. And then it was a funny memory, and I learned from that.
I come to the Catholic school, so I was shocked why every class begin we have a prayer. It's never happened in China.
You don't have prayers there. Other stuff which you find here. What other stuff do you find here?
Filipino like the soy sauce.
Soy
right?
sauce a lot.
Yeah, but in China we eat black vinegar. It's my shock.
The one thing I was shocked about was durian, like fruit, because it smells really bad. It smells like, can I use this word? It smells poop.
Like poop.
Yeah, it smells weird. Let's say, yeah, it smells really weird. It was something that I never have smelled before. That's why I can't try taste them because of the strong smell it has. But can I give you one more? Culture shock. Say this. I wonder. The one thing I got shocked about was there's a man. They're already adults. Yeah, there are men who's there just walk around the street just wearing underwear in public. I mean the boxers. I'm sorry, the boxers. So I kind of shocked with that because they were all nearly naked, and then they just walked around like nothing happened.
About here. At first in class, I don't understand why the students, they are not brave to ask the question even they have something to tell the right of the student or something. I said, why? They always ask me to ask the permission from the teacher. Always, sister, you. I said, they said, we have here. At first I don't understand why here in your life. But when I study about values in Filipino values, I know, because of this. And at first I don't understand, but later on I know how Philippines encounter with people, why you did not just say straight words, you don't want to hurt and to be hurt I learned from that. But suddenly now I understand.
Yung discipline. Tapos yung pangalawa, sa Japan kasi parang judgmental. Ang dami din gano'n. Pero dito kasi parang lahat open tayo yung tao.
In our study, I'm not sure if it's a control, but like in my country, we only study. We don't have performance tests like in the Philippines. Like you always have performance tests, right? Yeah. So the difference is we don't have performance tests. We just need to study and memorize it and do the exam, and then that is our grade.
I think it's Filipino is more friendly, but the Japanese is not so good.
They're not that friendly.
Yeah.
The Filipino are so close to each other, unlike us. We are very far from each other. Like they easily make friends here in Philippines, but in my country, it's so hard to make friends. Something. Yeah.
If say different, maybe just only the subject. Yeah, the lesson of Vietnam is very hard and it's very heavy with me. But when I go to here, I just have problem with the English. If I understand English, I can understand anything in here.
Okay.
I like Pasi. Pasi.
Pansit.
Sisig. I love sinigang.
The cool place here in the Philippines.
Baguio,
yeah.
Music. You have many artists, and also if I want you to sing, to play, you can suddenly play music instruments, and really interesting, and I like so much.
As I said before, also I like that they are really happy and they are enjoying their life.
About the Vivo, of course, the first thing is you're friendly and how you communicate with others even you don't know them.
In the fast food, because in Vietnam they don't have more place have the fast food, and place in here is very nice.
So, partner, how did you find our interviews?
From what I've observed, most of the foreigners had difficulty in adjusting communicating with other Filipinos at first. But at least they had found us Filipinos kind and friendly.
Yes, I agree. We Filipinos always try our best to help others feel welcome and comfortable with their stay here in the Philippines.
And unfortunately, that's all the time that we have for today's episode. So if you enjoyed this video, please hit like, comment down below your thoughts, and share with your friends.
Again, this is Paulinian's Universe. Thanks for watching. Bye!